breast cancer survivor, and I really made probiotics part of my life, so I just did a video on how to brew kombucha. Now we're going to brew some water kefir. And water kefir is a little bit different than milk kefir. They use different grains. So this is the water kefir, so I wouldn't suggest that you use it with milk. So what you start with the kefir grains, which are in here. You can get them on Amazon, or you can get them from a friend, because the more I brew these, the more these kefir grains multiply. So I share them with my friends as they multiply, and they can make their own probiotic drink. And it's a fizzy drink, kind of like a soda. So this is the brewed water kefir. You're supposed to not let it go beyond 48 hours because the grains can actually starve. I have to admit I have let mine go a little bit longer than that, and they seem to be okay. So this kefir basically just uses water and brown sugar, and then when I do the finished, I don't know if you would call that a second fermentation, I just put some freeze-dried berries in it. This is the finished water kefir.
That's half.
Okay, so I use a funnel with a strainer in it because the grains would just go straight through. And also the water, you can just use straight water out of the tap, but I let this sit out for 24 hours because it lets the chlorine come out of it. And then just dump this straight back in. This has only been brewing for probably about 48 hours. But like I said, I do tend to kind of... If you do make sure it doesn't go beyond 48 hours, your grains will usually multiply really fast. So mine kind of look like they're not super healthy, but they're still kicking. And then you can make it pure kefir, but I sometimes make mine go a little bit further by just filling it up to the top with a little bit of water. And you could do anything with this. Like if you wanted it to taste like ginger ale, you could just put little slices of ginger in it. If you wanted it to taste like cream soda, you could put some vanilla in it and a little bit of sugar, because the probiotics will actually eat the sugar. So it's really a low sugar kind of drink. So I just usually use these freeze-dried fruits and just put like maybe one of these in each one. It's the end of the line on this one. No, it's fine.
One blueberry in each. Oops, that's two.
And don't leave these freeze-dried things out because the kids will sneak into them and eat them all. And they're a little pricey at Trader Joe's.
But they're good.
Mm-hmm. And then we just fill that up to the top and put the tops on, and then I just leave it out at room temperature. I actually don't put that in the fridge. And I think, I can't remember if they said it's good for a month out at room temperature, but ours doesn't last that long. I mean, it barely lasts a week because everybody around here is drinking it. So to brew your kefir, it's super easy. All you do is per 1 quart, you do a half a cup of brown sugar. And I just use this 1/4 cup only because it fits in the jar, and I'm not really the most talented person in the world, and I get brown sugar all over. So can you fill me up, Portia?
Yeah.
And then the same with the kombucha is the water kefir. You shouldn't put a top on because it's not going to be able to breathe and the gas isn't going to have any place to go. So I just use coffee filters, it kind of, I don't know why it gets this weird translucent look, but you could use a rubber band, or I just use the top to this, and then that just brews for 24 to 48 hours. And if you like it sweeter, do it more towards 24 hour. If you like it less sweet, you do it more towards the 48 hours. So,
This is the other one.
yeah. So this is the finished. It gets the berry look to it. Don't do that yet because I want to share these flames. So there's your water kefir. Enjoy.